What is going on, my friends, and welcome to part 3 of the Margex leverage trading tutorial. Now, in part 1, we talked about the different elements and features of Margex. Part 2, we talked about the different ways that you can trade and open trade and close trades on Margex. And in part 3, we're going to be talking today about how you can use copy trading over on Margex if you don't want to do the trading yourself. Rather, you want to invest into some other traders. And so with that in mind, let's not waste any more time and let's get straight into the video. So immediately when we do land on Margex, what we're going to do is we're going to click this Margex copy trading tab up here. Okay. Now, once you click that copy trading tab, this is the screen you're going to come to with a couple of different options. You're going to have a leaderboard. You're going to have a portfolio, and then you're going to have my strategies. Now, unless you want to become a copy trader yourself, which quite simply just means that people can subscribe to your trades, copy your trades, and deposit funds to follow your trades, you don't really need to worry about my strategies. So let's stick to the leaderboard. Now, as I mentioned before, just kind of a brief summary of what a copy trader is. Like I just said, a copy trader is someone who puts their different strategies out there on a platform like Margex for people to deposit money into that strategy. And so as they do trade and as they do make purchases and shorts and sells and things of that nature, as they either make money or lose money, the people who did subscribe and deposit funds into that strategy are going to either make money or lose money. So you're basically trading with other people's money. And of course, if you do make the money, you do earn a profit off of what they made. So they can copy what you're doing automatically, basically. Now, looking at this thing, of course, what we can see here is that, again, the leaderboard shows you some of the best copy traders on a platform like Margex. So you have someone called Lil Trade, their SoundCloud rapper name, Lil Trade. You have Leader, you have Ola Bitcoin, you have Unstoppable, Relax Trade, XRP People, Wet Lizard, Born to Trade, Ninja Trade, and much more. Now, what this goes to show is it goes to show you the different achievements that they've had, just to kind of show their credibility on something like Margex. So say, for example, this guy has the most achievements, and he's been able to reach 5K in equity, has over 25 strat followers. He's created a public strategy, and he's reached top 3 on ROE in terms of ranking. And ROE is basically just the return that they've had. So the amount of gains that they've seen with this strategy. Now, the trader's equity portion right here goes to show the exact amount of equity that the trader himself has in that position or in that strategy. So Lil Trade is 18,000, Leader has 187,000, Ola Bitcoin has 8.9K, Unstoppable has 53K, and so on and so forth. Now going forward, you can see the strategy equity. So the amount of money that's invested into that strategy. So 40,000 in this one, 528,000 in this one, 38,000 in this one, and 82,000 in this one. So this just goes to show, okay, how much does the trader put in? Okay, how much have people put in? How much have they invested into that strategy? And you can finally see, of course, how well it's doing. So as you can say, Lil Trade has a 2,000% ROE, which is phenomenal. You have Leader with the 1,200% ROE, which is phenomenal. We have Ola Bitcoin with 790%, Unstoppable at 429, and then some of your smaller guys, between 100 to 90 to 30 and things like that. Now, obviously, what you can see here is you do go to page number 2. You can also see some of the people who are in the negative. So, not to judge them, but maybe this isn't the place to be, right? Maybe this isn't the exact one that you want to be following. If you are looking to trade, I would personally just stick to the people who are clearly doing the best. Okay. Now, obviously, it doesn't mean that they won't ever do bad. And what you have to understand is that just because someone is the leader in the #1 spot today doesn't mean they will be tomorrow, right? And it doesn't mean that they're going to still be making that money tomorrow. And so obviously you have to be extremely careful because you don't want to just follow all the games because maybe they just, I don't want to say it, but maybe they just got lucky. So I definitely think it is important to watch and monitor very closely to see exactly how they do on a longer, more consistent basis. Now, a cool thing that you can do, and let's kind of go back over to the screen here. A cool thing that you can do if you do want to look more deeply into the different trades that they're making is you can just click on it. So let's actually go to Lil Trade and let's just click on it. And what you can actually see is it allows you to see really much more clearly how things are going. Now you can see Tron here, and that's because that's the collateral that they're using. You can see the collateral that they're using here. So that's the collateral they're using. But again, you can see the amount of followers they have, how long they've been doing this. So 11 months and 7 days, really cool. Strategy equity, trader equity, all of the things we've seen already. But what you can see is actually a little bit more information. So you have a chart. How's it done over the last day? How's it done over the last week? How's it done over the last month? Look, and the month is down 90, this 98% mark. But look on the year. Now the year we're looking a lot better. Right now in the year, we're looking a lot cleaner. You look at something like the equity. You can see, okay, how's the equity performed over the last week, month, year and all time. This looks very healthy. It's done very well. The followers' equity's consistently gone up, maybe pulled back a little bit over the last few weeks, last few months, but overall trader equity going up. Still confident in that strategy. Inflow and outflow of funds. When have people gotten out of this thing over the last, just in terms of all time? Are more people getting in than are getting out? That's a good idea to be able to see how this thing is performed. And if you scroll down a little bit, you can see, of course, the different follower tiers. So from 150 Tron, you can get 50% trader share, 50% follower share. That's the amount that you're going to make based off of the trades and things like that. Of course, as I mentioned before, at the very bottom, you can also see the rollover, which is the time. I don't personally think that that's super important. Now, on top of that, you can also see the followers. So how much equity do they have in the strategy? How much have they made? How much have they, the percentage that they've made, and how long have they been following it? So you can see a little bit more information on how the people who are actually subscribed to this thing are doing. And obviously that's important if you're picking and choosing whether or not you want to be a part of this thing or not. And so overall, that gives you a beautiful idea of exactly how you're going to be able to perform, hopefully in the future, if you can somewhat monitor the past and see how they've done historically. Now, once you are ready to go, so say, for example, you say, you know what, Lil Trade is the one that I want to go with. Let's go ahead. And what you're going to need to do is you're going to click this button. Now, personally, I don't have Tron, right? And I forgot about that. So let's just go to Bitcoin, okay? Let's just do Tether. Let's just do Tether. Tether's way easier. Say we want to go with Ola Bitcoin. What you're going to do is you're going to choose the amount that you want to enroll with. Now, currently, I have $3,500 of USDT, but say if I don't want to do that much, let's just say $100, okay? What we're then going to do, of course, is we're going to say that we fully understand the terms of use. This is basically just, listen, you're taking a huge risk. You're giving someone else your money and hoping they make money. Like, that is about as risky as it gets, but obviously, sometimes the risk is where the reward is made. And so let's say that we're ready to go and we're going to click follow now. So what it says is follow Ola Bitcoin, and then boom, ready to go. And if you want to see where that went, all you got to do is click on your portfolio. You give it a little second, and then boom, now your transaction history does represent that you have followed Ola Bitcoin. And then it also shows you the amount of total profit and things like that have done just over time with that trade. Now, it's also really cool because now what I can do is say, if I want to go in and do relax trade as well, let's go ahead and follow this guy and let's put in, say, 20 bucks. Boom, boom. What you can then go ahead and do is give this a second, and now you can actually go in and track it. Boom, give it one sec, give it 1 sec. Here we go. Now we go here, you can see, okay, now it represents in the transaction history that you just recently invested into them. And now, boom, now you also can see what's happening with this one. So it allows you to track some of the different ones that you invested into and build a portfolio of the different copy traders that you're personally following. Now, again, you never know. You never know who these people are. Anybody can create a strategy and promote the strategy. So you don't obviously want to take too much of a risk on something like copy trading, because literally all of your amount of money that you invest into this thing is in the hands of that copy trader. So I wouldn't be doing an absolute ton of, investing into each individual one. But say if they have a good historical performance, they're doing extremely well, their equity's going up, their followers are going up, things like that. I definitely think that it could be a good way to generate some passive income, especially if you bear in mind the risks. And so overall, that is everything that has to do with the overall copy trading ability over on Margex. Like I mentioned before, if you want to create your own strategy and become a copy trader yourself, you can actually use it. The link down in the description to be able to do that as well. Obviously, if you're just new to this, I obviously would not do that, and I wouldn't promote it. If you're new to this, you need to learn how to trade first. And so, of course, you can go to the leaderboard and you can go to portfolio if you are someone who just wants to casually be able to copy trade. And so they do have some tutorials up here if you do want some even more information. But overall, I hope that this does serve you extremely well in being able to learn exactly how to copy trade over on Margex. And I hope the previous videos allow you to get an understanding of how to trade on Margex. And so with that in mind, of course, I do really hope you guys enjoyed this 3-part series. I have the links to the other parts in the description down below. So make sure that you do go check that out. And I can't wait to see you all next time. Peace out, everybody.